Good morning. I want to speak to you about God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of love and of power. A spirit of power and of love and of sound mind. And I want to talk to you about how do you make a way out of no way. When you have millions of people who are feeling powerless, and many people have lost their jobs. I was reading a guy named Chase, and he lost his job, and he was evicted before the restrictions. He's sleeping in his truck, and then his truck was hit by a hit and run driver, and that limited his ability to go around and to find employment. He was sleeping in his truck. And he said something that grabbed me. He said, "This is a new place for me, a new experience. Standing at the end of a ramp off the expressway with a sign, 'I am hungry. Will you help me?' This is a new experience." Wow. Wow. How do you make a way out of no way when you're in that kind of situation? And so I want to talk to you about a period that had to be the lowest, I think, really, in terms of things happening. This is one of the lowest periods in my life. When I lost a home, the first one that I bought from my mother because I didn't do a title search. And we had to go back to the roach-infested house that I moved Mama out of. And when you say, well, Les, what do you do? I remember my mother saying, boy, unload that truck, take that furniture in the house, keep your head up, we still have each other. And so here I am, back in this roach-infested house. But let me share with you why in less than 30 days, I was able to get another one. John Leslie, come here, please. Yes. And I'm gonna tell you what happened for me. Now, just thinking about it just gives me the heebie-jeebies, all right? So here I was, and on rock bottom. Didn't do a title search for the house that I bought from my mother. The house went into foreclosure. We had to move back. And I'm feeling humiliated and shame and guilt, and had my head down crying. And Mama said, boy, hold your head up. And she put her hand under my head. Hold your head up. Put her hand under my chin. Take that furniture in the house. We have nothing to be ashamed of. I felt so proud, first of all, to move her out of this roach-infested house. That, you know, roaches that when you turn the light on in the kitchen, they start scattering, running. He's here, you know, let's hide before they go get some black flag or something, all right? And be up all night with my eyes open or one eye closed, hoping that one of them don't come out and bite me and give me rabies. Or I can come up with some ideas and go into action and start working and being relentless. I didn't have time to be in fear. I didn't have time to feel sorry for myself. I didn't have the luxury of being depressed. Oh no, I was determined to get away from those rats who I don't like. Did I tell you I don't like rats? Absolutely. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power. I use my power. Use your power to create a new beginning for yourself. Use that. How less? A spirit of power and of love. Find something that you love. Do what you love and find a way to get paid for it. So guess what I decided? I couldn't go back to a job. because I don't like working for someone else. I'm not mentally fit to work for someone else. I didn't come here to work for someone else. I came here to live my calling. A job is what you get paid for. A calling is what you're made for. I came here to speak, and I was going to find a way to get paid to speak. And I would go to seminars and workshops. I invested in myself. I couldn't afford to do it, but I couldn't afford not to do it. And I'd watch these speakers, and I'd go to their seminars, and I would study them. And I'd say, hey, I can do that too. I read their books. Hey, I got a book in me too. Live your dreams. I know about tough times. And see, they can make you or they can break you. Come on now. Come on, bring it. Come on now. I had to replace fearfulness with being fearless and creative and take the initiative to do something else with my life. See, we all have these tough moments in life. Walt Disney filed bankruptcy 7 times, and he had 2 nervous breakdowns. Oh, he was bent, but he wasn't broken. He kept creating. Someone stole his first cartoon that had great promise, and someone stole it. Somebody on his team stole it from him. His heart was broken, but he didn't stay there being angry and bitter and talking about it. He created Mickey Mouse. Had that person not stole his first cartoon, Elmer, Mickey Mouse would not have been born. Many times when one door closes, another door opens, but we spend time looking at and talking about the closed door. We don't see the open door. But I must add, he told his family, no matter what you do, file lawsuit after lawsuit and get my first cartoon back. And last year, his family won the lawsuit. And now that cartoon that was stolen from him, he orchestrated that from the grave. That was a bad boy. The family, the Disney family, got it back. Listen, let me share something with you here. You have no idea how strong you are. You're not in this thing life by yourself. And my heart goes out to people who have lost loved ones, or loved ones have been diagnosed with the coronavirus. But one of the things that I know about this thing called life, when I lost the first house that I bought for my mother, I had to, 1, recognize what had happened, the role that I played in it, and 2, I had to keep it moving. Got to keep it moving. You don't have time to be depressed. You got to keep moving. If you stop, and they say an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Yes. If you don't keep it moving, you will become overwhelmed with feelings of being powerless. You'll become overwhelmed with a negative mindset. You'll become overwhelmed with the adversities that you're facing, and you forget greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You forget you are more than a conqueror. You forget that you have the power to live your dream.